Our first place winner and world champion goes to...
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our Master of Ceremonies, Ty Kenworthy, Lead for Global Business Development at Pearson.
Welcome to the 2026 Adobe Certified Professional U.S. National Championship. We are thrilled to kick off another year of creativity, innovation, and design excellence. To all of the incredible student competitors, congratulations. Your creative abilities have already set you apart, and this event is a celebration of everything you've accomplished. To qualify, you had to earn a certification in Adobe Certified Professional InDesign, Illustrator, or Photoshop, and submit an original design for the judges. Not only did you pass your certification exam, but you also had one of the best designs in the country. Each year, the competitors are tasked with designing assets for a real-world nonprofit client. This year's client is Nifty, the Network for Teaching Entrepreneurship, and their World Series of Innovation event. Nifty is a global nonprofit that empowers young minds worldwide through entrepreneurial education. Nifty partners with thousands of schools, youth development organizations, and community groups across the United States and abroad to offer a unique set of high-impact entrepreneurship education programs based on our innovative experiential curriculum. Nifty produces the World Series of Innovation, a global, fully online innovation and problem-solving program that engages young people in developing solutions to real-world challenges aligned with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. For the U.S. National Championship, competitors were given the task to develop flyers and digital banners to advertise for Nifty's upcoming World Series of Innovation. We can't wait to show you some of the designs created by the student competitors. However, before we do that, we have a few special guests here to congratulate the competitors, including representatives from Nifty, Adobe, and Pearson. Here to represent Nifty is Stephanie Alvarado, Director of Global Programs at Nifty. Stephanie has more than a decade of experience in international program management. Since joining Nifty in 2011, she has helped expand its programs to 33 international sites, reaching over 12,000 students each year. She holds a master's degree from the University of Miami and a bachelor's degree from Colby College, and focuses on building partnerships that expand educational opportunity around the world. Please join me in welcoming Stephanie to the stage.
Good morning. It's a pleasure to be here with you all. As Ty said, my name is Stephanie Alvarado, and I have the privilege of being the Director of Global Programs at Nifty. First and foremost, I want to thank Ty, the entire Pearson and Certiport teams for being an incredible partner in a lot of aspects on this challenge, as well as the ESB certification, as well as the Adobe team and everyone who has been able to bring this challenge to life. It's been an absolute privilege to get to work with organizations who believe in young people and put real resources behind it. As Ty mentioned in the introduction, Nifty is an organization who is dedicated to providing entrepreneurship education from young people, specifically from under-resourced communities. And our core belief is that every young person has the capacity to be creative, capable, and a self-determined thinker, an entrepreneurial thinker. So one of the reasons that we do this work is because we are dedicated to the idea that we are preparing our young people for a world that is different from the one we live in right now. One stat that I often bring up is the World Economic Forum has said that 65% of children entering schools today will have jobs that don't exist right now, which means we need to be able to equip young people, and I know I'm speaking to a lot of educators who are very familiar with this, to adapt and to be problem solvers, innovative thinkers. Our entire program, specifically the World Series of Innovation, is a competition, a design thinking competition, where we are presenting young people with real-world challenges that they have to come up with solutions for. It's not theoretical, it's not abstract, it is the opportunity to take on some of the world's biggest challenges, biggest problems, and come up with real ideas for solutions to those problems. I had the privilege yesterday of being in the room as our amazing students participated in the challenge to create the materials for the WSI program. And it was an incredible opportunity as those materials, as those designs came to life, being able to see the Nifty brand and all the Nifty assets being created into beautiful creations. But what stood out to me was not just the work that these students were doing, but the way they were thinking and approaching the problem of creating their designs. So I wanted to commend all of the students who participated in the challenge yesterday, because they really took on the challenge of considering us as their client more deeply than just checking boxes. They asked really good questions. They thought deeply about what it was that we wanted as the client. And one student in particular asked a question that has stayed with me. They asked, what is the change that Nifty wants to see in the world? And these students embody exactly the change that we want to see in our young people. They are problem solvers, they're innovative thinkers, and they're not waiting to be told exactly what to do. They're tackling challenges, and they're being creative. They're bringing their whole critical thinking skills to the fore to be able to address those challenges. So I want to repeat something that's been said a lot over the last day or so, but because I saw those skills in these young people, I want to reiterate that regardless of who is in first, second, third place at the end of this session, you are all incredible young people exhibiting exactly the skills that you need to be successful going forward. So congratulations. Thank you for the opportunity to participate in this with you, and I'm excited to see how it all shakes out. Thank you.
Thank you, Stephanie and Nifty. Very grateful for your partnership. We can't wait to show the world what the competitors have created. We are thrilled to introduce our next speaker, Emily Seamus. Emily Seamus leads the Adobe Certified Professional Program, a comprehensive certification initiative that showcases mastery of Adobe Creative Cloud applications. She oversees Adobe's strategic partnership with Certiport, managing a collaboration that delivers rigorous, live-in-the-app examinations that demonstrate job-ready skills to employers across creative industries. Please join me in welcoming a longtime friend of Certiport, Emily Seamus.
Thank you, Ty. Hello, everyone. As Ty mentioned, I'm Emily Seamus from Adobe, and I have the privilege of working alongside the incredible team at Certiport to bring you the Adobe Certified Professional Program. Honestly, walking into this room and feeling the energy, this is why I do what I do. Everything else is just email. For those of you on live stream, welcome, and thank you in advance for laughing at all of my jokes. I can't hear you, but I feel the love. Okay, so champions, I want to kick this off by asking you to do something. Take a moment and think about the last time you couldn't stop working on a project. Not because of a deadline or a time limit like you had yesterday, but because you needed to see it come together. That pull that you felt, that's a champion's instinct. You're here because you put in the work, proven what you can do, and now you've competed at the highest level in the US. And what you're building goes much deeper than software skills. You've learned to solve problems. You've learned to communicate in ways that move people, and you've learned to create change. And the world desperately needs that right now. We need your champion's instinct. So let's talk about what that looks like in action. Design starts with people. It's about seeing the world through someone else's eyes, understanding what they need and creating something that genuinely works for them. When you design a healthcare app that helps a patient understand their treatment, you're reducing anxiety. You're potentially saving lives. When you design a voting interface that works for people with disabilities, you're expanding access to democracy. And when you design an emergency alert system that reaches people clearly during a wildfire evacuation, you're buying families time to reach safety. You've already proven you can do this. See what people need, understand their challenges, and create something that makes life better. That's being a champion for others, and that's powerful. That kind of vision is one of the things that sets your generation apart from others. Another is how you communicate. You grew up with emojis, memes, Instagram stories, TikTok. Visual storytelling is your native language, something previous generations have had to work very hard to learn. It's part of what got you in this room, and it's what's going to open a lot of doors for you in the future. You're also the most diverse generation of creative professionals we've ever had, and that diversity creates better design. When you bring your perspective, your culture, your lived experience, and your identity to work with you, you're expanding what's possible. You're creating solutions for more people. That's not a coincidence. That's exactly the profile of a champion, and that's something I want you to own, because your certification is a declaration that you can do hard things, that you're committed to your craft, that you have something valuable to offer. So at Adobe, we've surveyed thousands of hiring managers, and they see proof of your commitment in your credential. They see someone who knew what they wanted to learn and went out and learned it. They see resilience. Your certification proves you belong in this wild, creative world. Let that sink in. Wear it like a badge of honor. A digital badge, of course. So, what's new in this wild, creative world? AI, and everyone is talking about it. They're saying AI is going to wipe out jobs. It's dangerous, especially for young people. Nobody will read books and newspapers. They'll cease to exist. Oh, wait a minute, sorry. That's not about AI. That's what people said about the internet in the mid-1990s. Easy mistake to make, because there are definitely some similarities between the concerns people had about the internet and AI. Now, some people said actually did come true. Newspapers, yeah. The internet pretty much killed newspapers. They still exist for die-hard readers who like inky fingers, but most people get their news online. But here's the really important part. The newspaper industry didn't disappear. It transformed. Today's journalists are hybrid professionals combining traditional storytelling with technological competencies like live streaming, data visualization, and social media strategy. The field evolved and now requires more skilled communicators, not fewer. That's what's happening with design and AI right now, too. AI can generate variations in seconds. You saw it all on Monday in Veronica's fabulous presentation about building a personal brand. The creative professionals thriving now are using AI as a tool to accelerate their work. You can automate the repetitive tasks so you can focus on strategy, emotion, and meaning. They're spending more time on human work, understanding people, and solving problems that create change. Am I here to be a cheerleader for AI? No. I share many of the concerns people have about this evolving technology. But I am here to encourage you to use your talent, your critical thinking, and your ability to lead to shape how AI gets used to make the world better and to ensure that the information we all consume is accurate and true. You're entering the field at exactly the right moment to lead. In 30 years, people will look back at the work you're creating right now and see this era through your creative choices. You're making history. Before I wrap up, I want to take a moment to speak to the teachers and parents in the room. Folks, what you've done here is extraordinary. You've invested in your young people's futures, you've shown up, you've believed in them, and you've celebrated every milestone. I've watched students walk across this stage glowing with pride, and I've watched you celebrate them, and that matters. Thank you for all that you do. All right, I've just about reached the end of my talk, and I have a few final thoughts for you champions. Here's my wish list for you. Lead. Bring your perspective to your workplaces, your communities, and your projects. Your voice matters. Create fearlessly. You've proven you can do this, and the world needs to see what you can create. Stay curious. The tools will evolve. The platforms will change. But the core skill of understanding people and creating for them, that's forever. Lift others up. Share what you learned with someone coming up behind you. Create space for different perspectives. The best design happens in diverse teams. And finally, remember this feeling. Remember this moment when you pushed through and proved something to yourself. That strength will carry you through whatever comes next. It's been an absolute honor to see your incredible work this week, to celebrate your achievements, and to be part of this community. Congratulations, and thank you.
Thank you, Emily. We are so grateful for Adobe and for our long-standing partnership and great friendships we've made over the years. And now it is my privilege to introduce our final speaker, Laura Peterson. Laura is the Managing Director of Professional Assessments at Pearson, leading a global business that designs, delivers, and secures critical certification and licensure programs. Her team enables millions of high-stakes exams annually through a network of 20,000 test centers and online proctoring, helping regulatory bodies and government agencies verify knowledge and uphold professional standards. Please join me in welcoming Laura Peterson to the stage.
Good morning, everybody. I know I am between you guys and the fun part, so I will do my best to make this brief. Thank you, Ty. As Ty said, I'm Laura Peterson. I'm really pleased to be here on behalf of Pearson and Certiport leadership. I want to start with a question. Think back to the feeling when you first opened Adobe, whether it was Photoshop, Illustrator, or Design. Remember that feeling? It was somewhere between excitement, bewilderment, and many people who opened that program just closed it and didn't know what to do with it, and I will admit I'm in that camp. But that was not you. You didn't do that. You doubled down, you decided to learn more, you were curious, and every student that was here competed to get a spot here, and you all belong in this room. You did something many people at your age never attempt. And as the mother of a graduating high school senior next week, I can be real about the fact that I have seen him never attempt certain things. And you didn't just learn a tool, you decided to push through and practice and work hard when you didn't have to. And I think that's not a small thing. That is actually a lot about who you are and a lot about what that means for you and what you do here today. And that came from perseverance and your character and what you guys have inside. And no one can take that away from you regardless of what happens today. And so to the educators and parents and mentors and supporters in this room, these students don't do it alone. So this day also means it wouldn't have quite happened without you and the support that you can give. You gave these students your time, your encouragement, and belief at some points when they probably needed it most. So thank you. I know for a fact as a mother myself that the impact you've had on these young people will last far beyond today and this current chapter of their journey. So to the students, let's talk a little bit about what you have walking out of here. This Adobe certification isn't just a credential. It serves as a signal to every institution, every employer, every creative director, every hiring manager that you come across that you know what you want, you knew how to get it, and you cared enough to prove it. The creative economy is massive. It's an incredibly competitive world, marketing, film, gaming, UX design, social media. With everything that's happening in digital and advertising, this becomes even more important. And these industries are hungry for people who can do the work and who have the receipts to show it, and you all do. At Pearson, our purpose, and the reason we show up every day, is to help people realize the life they imagine through learning. And that is exactly what you all are doing here. Not just learning for a grade, not learning to check the box to move on to the next thing, but learning because it makes something possible in the future. This morning, before we came today, I had my son's final parent-teacher conference of his high school career, and we were reflecting on the core values of their school, and it's compassion, creativity, resilience, and wonder. And when I think about what you all have done here, and the creativity you've shown, the resilience to get through an 8-hour exam, when, again, you don't have to do that, and the wonder that you all are showing and the curiosity to learn and to do more, it's really incredible. Know that you all belong here. You all belong in this room. And what I hope you take forward from this is that any room you're in, you do belong there. So own that with joy and humility. Congratulations to all of you, and I look forward to seeing the big announcement next. So.
Thank you, Laura. Please don't go far. Yeah, that's great. We aren't done with you yet. We are about to invite the students to line up for our student parade, where each of our competitors will be recognized. Before we do, however, we have here with us parents, teachers, mentors, and friends who have supported these students all along the way. As Laura just said, your impact is huge and will last far beyond these proceedings today. Let us please all recognize them and their dedication and support with a big round of applause. Thank you all so much. All right, students, now it's your time to shine. Making it this far is certainly an accomplishment, and we want to recognize each student here. We'd like to invite all the students to line up for our student parade. We'd also like to invite Emily and Stephanie back on stage with Laura, along with Liana Maharaj, Head of Student Learning and Certification at Adobe, and Krista Ketchmark, Executive Partner at Pearson. Assume the positions.
September Dunn, Oklahoma.
Lulu Emanuel, Ohio. Ethan Kerr from Utah.
McKenna Vansel, Florida.
Emily Torres, Florida.
Amaris Grande, Florida.
Sofia Perez Esparza, Florida.
Emily Castro, Florida.
Ashleen Johnson, Florida. Alexandra Costa Wetter, Florida.
Allison Mello, Florida.
Marina Esteras, Florida.
Oka Nuña Machado, Florida.
Jaden Perez, Florida.
Chris Jacob, Florida.
Tessa Dowd, Illinois.
Claire Furukawa, Illinois.
Megan Barch, Illinois.
Janka Gasama, Virginia.
Zachary Carter, Florida.
Andy Juarez Lopez, North Carolina.
Peyton Earwood, North Carolina.
Annabelle Messerly, Maryland.
Yeah.
Hannah Forbes, Florida.
Kari Davis, Indiana.
Emma Bryson, South Carolina.
Owen Linus, Illinois.
Camden May, Georgia.
Shrusti Swami, Georgia.
Yukta Borsay, Georgia.
Ricardo Hernandez, North Carolina.
Morgan Young, Oklahoma.
Keisha Santos, Florida.
Elise Ramirez, Florida.
Indiana Fields, Florida.
Christian Miller, Oklahoma.
Adelaide Burke, Oklahoma.
Sue Hunt, Oklahoma.
Sydney Marshall, Oklahoma.
Let's give another big round of applause to all of our competitors. You've distinguished yourself from so many other students around the world. As a congratulations from Adobe, all U.S. national champion competitors will receive a free Creative Cloud license for a year. Thank you for your generous support of these students, Adobe. All right, I think we're done here. Thank you. Are you ready to find out who the 2026 Adobe Certified Professional U.S. National Champion is? All right, before we announce our winners, let's announce the prizes that these winners will receive. Our 10th through 4th place winners will each receive $250. Our 3rd, 2nd, and 1st place winners will each receive an invitation to compete in Certiport's 2026 Adobe Certified Professional World Championship in Anaheim, California at the end of July. They will get to compete against other top students from around the world and visit the happiest place on earth in Disneyland. Additionally, our 3rd place winner will take home a bronze medal, a winner's certificate, and $1,000. Our 2nd place winner will take home a silver medal, a winner's certificate, and $2,000. And our 1st place winner will take home a gold medal, a winner's certificate, this really nice trophy, and $3,000. Are you ready to see who will represent the United States at the World Championships? All right, we'll start by announcing the top 10th through 4th place winners. If your name is called, please stand, stay where you are, wave your hand, and we'll recognize you. In 10th place, Megan Barch of Illinois. In 9th place, Shrusti Swami of Georgia. In 8th place, Christian Miller from Oklahoma. In 7th place, Peyton Earwood from North Carolina. In sixth place, Alexandra Acosta-Wettel from Florida. And in fifth place, Annabelle Messerly from Maryland. And in fourth place, Adelaide Burke from Oklahoma. Congratulations. If you are in the 10th through 4th place, if you are in one of those places, please stand again so we can give you another round of applause. Congratulations. We invite each of you to go to the prize payment table after the ceremony in the Tennessee Ballroom foyer, just to claim your prize payments immediately afterwards. Now let's announce our top 3 winners. If your name is announced, please come to the stage. In third place, Lulu Emanuel from Ohio. In second place, Emily Torres from Florida. And in first place, your U.S. national champion, Hannah Forbes from Florida. Congratulations to all our winners, and thank you to everyone here who is supporting them today. At this time, we would like to invite our great friends here on the stage to be able to take your seat. You've done a great job today. And now we would like to invite back our top 3 winners to join me back on the stage. ladies come on over here. We'll have you stand here in the center. Right there. And if you'll come over to this side. If you'll come over to this side right here. Over here. Your 2026 Adobe Certified Professional U.S. National Champions. Congratulations. All winners, please see the staff in the foyer for pictures, prizes, and payment. Thank you all for attending our championships today. Well done. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So well
Thank you so much.